Hello, welcome to the Cultist Simulator, the Mariner mod. I'm Roanoke, and this will be episode 16. Yes. And let's continue. So we left off with the intent to pick up a conman to replace one that we lost, as I certainly turned my timer on. We have a season of suspicion approaching, so we're going to be up against the notoriety clock there. Funeral dirge. I believe this is either unique to Copenhagen or doesn't appear in either Amsterdam or London, because I've not seen it in either place. Seems quite fitting, honestly. But we're going to keep looking for book opportunity. Yeah. Lingering thrill. Let's keep going with that. We are not getting lucky on book opportunity here, but this will be probably the last attempt before we swap to just yeah, good old back-to-back, as it always happens. Yeah, I think we're gonna cross our fingers, cross our toes. Nope, got nothing out of it. Well, we got a funeral dirge. So we're going to be exploring with our half-heart to try and find a person of interest, potential crew member. I'm going to keep digging up some lingering thrills. Basic crew member, not interested in. I would like it if it could somehow tell which verb I wanted that to go in, but unlikely. We could see. I always just let this notoriety overflow. I wonder if it could be worth just having 2 notoriety on the board and then chilling out, waiting for the rumours to pass. It's not my style though. Yeah, especially when that is what we have for us. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure what determines when this season is rolled, because having it shouldn't. If it was entirely random, it shouldn't be this frequent that it happens 3 times in a row. It might be the more notoriety we have on the board, the more likely it is to proc. But yeah. So we may be running away to Amsterdam for a bit, which may cost us probably a navigator, knowing how luck is evil. We can technically do that in time, depending on what happens with the next season after this. We may be pressed for time, but we should have enough time for these to pass. We shouldn't be trapped in the country. Yep. Season of Reckoning. When the past comes back, take stock of me. So that is going. I think that's the one that snags Dread. No, this one isn't really specialised. Great, another basic member. Please go in the correct verb. All our 2 important verbs are busy, so should be fine. The New Scandinavian is fine. We've not actually figured out what to do with it. And yes, I have given up on trying to find packages. I'm terrible with that, but as you can see, we shouldn't be too pressed for it. Given Cannoneer, that should have edge, right? So we won't get moth out of it, but we will have edge, and that would leave us with all but one element covered to at least 5. I think I'm okay with that. Have we had a cannoneer before? No, we had a privateer before. And yes, I think I'm okay with that. Let's try for this. I don't know why we unless this isn't a season that. There we go. We got some dread. If this dread is actually caught by something, having it on the board wouldn't be such a bad thing, as we have a way of taking care of it when we need to. Still nothing. A bold, wild-eyed cannoneer. So we have some forge and some edge. I just want you to show me where to point them. Makes sense that a cannoneer has forge. Blank sky isn't particularly ideal, but yeah, we might as well head off. Where are we heading to? Let's go on an adventure, shall we? So we have a full crew in stock, and there is a reason why I stocked up to 8 crew members. I feel like it's probably ideal for us to go to one of these two. Let's do a salvaging mission. I've done one before. That's not what we want. I didn't. Apparently we can put them in there. That's a whole lot. There we go. Port. Yes, we are going salvaging. Why not? Blank sky is not the best to travel in. If we encounter a storm, we might be able to do something with the doll. I don't know. At the end of the evening. What? Practicing with the crew. Usually I keep my instruments in their room and practice there alone, but tonight was a night that needed entertainment, and I brought them out to play with crew. Probably the sitar. I doubt we pulled out an entire organ. At the end of the evening, my lips tingle and my body is delightfully sore from dancing. As I lay on my cot, I feel myself sinking into itself. Settle back into my wrapping of flesh and bones. Sure, that's not a concerning thing to read. Drunken mates, we can either flash some edge, or I think the winter is our best bet, because we have some strong winter now. Chilling energy. Smash the bottles and have the people responsible pour over the deck for the glass, as is tradition. And our deafening repose does its job. We have some ice snaps in the river. River? Sure. We have a river at sea. Don't worry about it. Fire in the hull. Don't worry. The winds and all that stuff is on our side. 13 winter. We've managed to decrease the flames until they are nothing but some glowing timber. Perfect. Cool. So now we have some sailor stories, and we are at Backwater Harbour. Backwater Harbour, where a near nameless tributary flows into a mist-clogged sea. This is where the Hispaniola has last been seen. So this is where our search begins. Terrific. Backwater Harbour. We might as well just begin exploring. Tide comes in, but it's taking its time. Let's see what we find. Oh yeah, now Dread just died. It seems that Dread and Fascination aren't a thing to worry about in this. Okay. Small town jitters. I'm not made to sit still long, and this dreary backwater harbour has little to offer to keep my lack heart content. I wish to leave. I should calm myself with winter or fortify myself with heart. So of course, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to our officer about this. Just because I think the text is funny when it resolves. I call upon an inner store of mental fortitude from the officer, not inner store within myself, and push myself on a little longer. I still have more to do in this town. We shouldn't have too much problems with that. Really? Already you're... So this is, from what I gather, this is like a whammy whenever you're trying to explore a small town or backwater harbour. Since obviously this is the first step on our adventure, we can only explore it. This is our only way forwards. And this is just like a, oops, you kind of failed the roll thing. So good for starting out with 2 failed rolls of I don't know how much. Call upon the inner store from within the captain. Finally, we have something. Details of the wreck. We have some details about the Hispaniola's last journey. Some scraps of paper, some list of names and goods. Somewhere here we could find the hints to the location of their wreck. And it is... It's navigable and a song challenge. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this into here. Every ship, commercial or private, leaves documents and figures in its wake. The harbour master will not do my work for me, however, and the archives is as cold and dusty. Oh, as the harbour master. These will be long, harrowing hours. What we're going to do is we're going to throw in our navigators, because, spoilers, we want some lantern for this. We're trawling through archives. I think moth would work, but we don't have moth. I will shape my mind into lens to process information. It brightens the information that passes through it. I will not fail. Terrific. You have a song. Between the words, a pattern, within the pattern a clue, and from that a direction to sail, and an area to comb. A trail. We can store our deafening repose elsewhere. Small town jitters, captain. See us true. To be honest, I could be using the bold mate. Would be smarter, but we have plenty of lantern without him. We don't need to double up on a trail right now, though. So we can seek alternative sources. I could seek my information elsewhere. Memory is left in the wake of waves carved into the shore. The sea remembers, at least in some histories. If I tune my instruments where the water meets the land, I might find a new meaning in the words I sing. So we're going to use some heart to understand the beat of the world, and 15 should do the trick nicely. We have found a downtrodden dive bar. Everyone who's anyone in this town either passes through here or is passed through as a topic of over the tongues of patrons. Sure. How do we talk to these people? With the regulars of the tides, the patrons will stream into this bar and stumble home. If I come with enough cash, I can maybe grease some throats and loosen some lips. Let's see. I don't particularly know what to throw into this, so let's see if we can learn how to pass this test. The Allure of Grail or the Charm of Heart. Ooh, looks like we're going to be hoping this resolves on the next step. In a fire. Thank you, officer, for being good. Great, we have our people back. An inkling. Unspoken answers. I am left not with certainty, but with a persistent nagging. Such passion as from the doomed and the drowned resonate deeply in rich, cold ocean waters. An inkling. Some things sailor know by the hair on the back of their neck. Mediums use the same sense as do charlatans. My hairs all point towards where the ship went down and shiver with the screams of the drowned. So we have some documents that notes on the cargo, speculation on the route, indication on how the ship was stowed. Yeah, so we're pulling together our clues on the matter, and we want to throw a cook in. There is an art to this. We smother the mind with the precise words it wishes to hear. Our adulation is assisted by other, more sensual tactics. We'll probably succeed. I think I'm gonna just work a bit more on this trail, as we should be fine with that. It wouldn't hurt to double up on a second trail. They have some aspects about them. Facts and friendship. People tend to be hesitant to talk to outsiders, but the captain of the Chimera had not been local, and people love to gossip about other outsiders, especially those who meet a tragic end. At last, call. I have pervasive theories on where the ship went down. Error there. It's the... What are we talking about? What are we talking? It wasn't the Chimera. It was the Magdalene? M something. Anyway, not that it matters. A notion. Locally, this is as solid as fact. Venture further, and it would be dismissed as biased speculation. My eyes. This can be used to pass the rapids or help find where the Hispaniola went down. There you go. I'm not sure if Hispaniola... I'm not sure if that's Spanish for Chimera or something, but I don't think so. Anyway, this can be used to pass the rapids. That would be nice. We might double up on that. See if we can throw a load of grail into this. Maybe... it wants cash, and I'm a cheapskate, so... let's cheap out on that. And we can only talk to them. Motley Mechanic. This place is wharf and junkyard and pawn ship also. This place is wharf and junkyard and pawn ship, and also the only repair shop in town. Here they carry the tools that the kite lacks to explore underwater. Yes, we would quite like something to explore underwater. Buried below mottling ropes and mottled buoys, I see the glint of brass. A diving bell. I could buy it for a pretty penny if I bring in the funds, or I could bring my guile and my accomplices and try to spirit it away for free. So I could try robbing the people, but I mean, here's some money. Let's see if that gets us there. We're not failing on that, which is good. Variably, I could try it away for free. Security is rather lax since the only thing of value weighs a figurative metric ton, yet its weight is no match for us. We carry it to the ship unbothered and unconcerned. We have a diving bell. A heavy lead box that will allow us to catch a breath deep below the surf. Yes. We're fine with help. I'm not sure if a second diving bell would help, but I'm curious to see if we could, I don't know, steal it? Just out of curiosity. Let's send 10 Forge. I doubt that Forge will be the thing we need, but... We will likely succeed. We will likely succeed. Sure. The embarrassed light of day. After straining ourselves for hours, sunrise finds us only inches away from the front door. The owners come up to us perplexed. We must suffer a fine, a fine, and the embarrassment. Yeah, we were just trying to steal a second diving bell. No worries. Mistaken delivery. We thought that we had to pick it up today. It was yesterday. You know, these things happen. Yeah. See, I think my logic, right, is if you bring 2 diving bells, you have like twice the amount of air, right? So you can be down there for longer. That's my logic. Anyway, so details of the wreck. We have some details about the Hispaniola last journey, blah blah blah. We got some trails and an inkling out of that. A second inkling, would that be worth it? Does it give us any clues, like the notion does? No. Let's see. Ugh, sneezing away. Did I forget to fully exhaust that? That's something I should probably check. May have got distracted by the idea of a diving bell. The downtrodden dive, I don't think we need anything more from them. Sail out. At some point I just have to head out with clues or without. I could follow the Hispaniola's wake and triangulate the place she went down. And I'm guessing there's nothing else there. I will try for another one of these. Yeah, sure, why not? And then after we can head to the bar and inquire. We searched every inch, great. But they do want cash. I'm not sure how much more notions would help. I would like a second inkling, just in case. Cool, I think, unless we plan on getting another diving bell, which I don't think would be useful, we should head out. I'm gonna trust that my logic of 2 diving bells equals twice as much air is just dumb. Wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put in the sail out card and sail away. Cannoneer, go retrieve the bell. You got it to the door last time. Okay, you did. We stole it by accident because I meant to do this. Help. We have a trail. We have an inkling, and we have a notion. That should be good, right? Leave the harbour, where the brackish river meets the briny sea. Unfortunate currents have kept this harbour from growing beyond its humble size. Now those currents threaten to make me follow the same fate as the Dazzler. Again, not called the Dazzler or the Chimera. The Hispaniola, maybe. Something. Taming the waves. The sea is fickle and prone to change. Sometimes she is calm and gentle. At the moment she is not. She will devour me gladly if I offer myself to her. I can approach her using the vigour of heart or the prowess of forge. Well, I mean... Carpenter, do your job. She challenges me, but how men shatter stone, I will break through the barriers she throws at me. I would likely succeed. Tight sailing. The sea is never... Oh, actually, we have elements here. I probably should have checked Though we don't have heart either. The sea is never merciful, but today she is forgiving. I am guided through the hidden straits as by a kindly mother. I know I will not return here, but at least my exit was dignified. Sure. Misty Reefs. It's no wonder the Dazzler, Drizzler, Chimera, Hispaniola went down here. The fractured rocks peek from the water like broken teeth, but only when they are not covered by suffocating sea fog. Let's explore. And we got back our trail inkling in notion. Tide comes in very slowly. The wind rises. The flag stands straight, horizontal and constant. Wind tempts the kite to turn away. We will need to tame the weather with forge or survive it with heart. Carpenter, do your job. Something about a wood. And we need to stop rolling bad on this. Strong tailwind. We leash the wind and let it serve us instead. With this, we will arrive at our destination sooner than expected. Okay, different one. Marine mists. Today the marine layer is thick as pea soup and the feeble ailing sun is not enough to cut through it. We can pierce it with a lantern or intuit the route with knock. Well, we have a navigator, so he's going to navigate for us. How are we doing for time? 26 minutes. Navigate through. Guided by maps. Indeed we are. Fair weather. Forge or heart, I think that's... Yeah, same thing. Weather, bad. Forge, do. Please, Mr. Reese. We would like to get through. Flawless sailing. Okay, we got some thrown out of it, so that was a good event. I was wondering why it was saying fair weather. The distance. There are steps on a journey that one must take before a destination is reached. Is this a sailing out thing? I know I must pass through uncharted waters and brave the rapid torrents between the isles. If I haven't, I am not yet at my destination. I got help? Funds? No, okay. So we need to meet some other criteria for that. Marine mists, navigator. Hidden currents. Among these many fractured isles in this fractal coast, the currents are unpredictable and strange. Our path leads us to a narrow passageway filled with churning water and gleaming rocks. Navigate through. Good. Keep searching those misty waters. There is a navigable channel, but it is narrow. I know the kite can traverse it if my sailors follow my commands. Any of this? Would any of this help? Oh, we need a ship. Avoid the rapids. And like there are dangers on either side. My crew need to act precise and order and discipline. We can make it through if they follow my command to the inch. I might. Let's make sure we've explored all our options here, because I don't know if this will progress us forwards. Uncharted waters. There are waters that no company cared to map, where the sun doesn't care to shine, and where the shallows often ship. So this is navigable. And I'm guessing if I throw in for that, I'm using the officer and navigator because the marine layer being thick or something. Fuck. Just send in 2 navigators. I'm keeping 1 back. That is my alarm. We are going to be having a long episode, I think. Help, I will not fail. By our knowledge of the hidden stars above or what we learned from the locals back in town, we do not lose our way. Past the uncharted waters. A distance travelled, a leg traversed. I have passed the uncharted waters. What does that mean? Oh, I guess the uncharted waters are done now. And we have the distance cared about. I know I must pass through uncharted waters and brave the rapid torrents between the isles. So maybe past the... there are steps on a journey. I have braved the rapids but not yet passed the uncharted waters. So 2 parts to the distance, and we've seen every inch of the space. Okay, so we have to do hidden current next. Throw in the ship. We will use our officer as he enacts discipline. What can we do? Would a storm help? Throw in a cannoneer and a navigator. We were wordless authority. I need not speak, just a glance, and the crew falls into place. We will likely succeed. You should probably speak though, rather than just looking at them. Forge. Or hearts. Forge. With calculated precision, with movements precise as a marshal's measures, we navigate the channel. Orders flow down the chain of command, and together we are pulled out of the danger. Okay, we've passed the hidden currents. That's different to past the uncharted waters. There we go. So now we can, I assume, that and that. Help. Let's use our... let's keep him back. Let's use our 2 navigators. Tame the waves. I can approach here using the vigour of heart or the prowess of forge. Well, it seems... throw in a cook. If it wants to go in. There we go. We get some thrill. Nice. We get some good events out of that. The vicinity. We have arrived as much as one can when the precise destination is only an estimation. Now follows the gamble which all our preparation has led towards. An unassuming sea. Somewhere here it must have happened, so somewhere here we must drop into the abyss. Where precisely is something we must now decide. Now we either gather the hints and clues we have gathered so far, or we must act on our own intellect and attempt to pierce the depths by the brightness of our mind alone. Okay. So I don't think any of that will help us anymore. I think we need to move ahead with the unassuming sea. If this seems like I'm rushing into things, I have done these steps before. I got successfully past this part, and I'm just recording from memory, so I'm sure there would be a lot more. If I was unfamiliar the first time, I probably did a lot more, you know, double checking everything's been used and there's no further use of it. Now we either gather the hints and clues. We're going to throw that in. Use crew members. I'm going to throw in 2 whole diving bells. The notion, an inkling. I don't think a trail would help us. This can be used to pass the rapids or help find where the Hispaniola went down. I think we've already passed the rapids, and we know where. I'm gonna actually... Last time I came here I had a diver, so he was Nock and Winter. I think I'm gonna throw in these two, and then fingers crossed, that should be good. And we go diving. One can find the true solution to any problem. Like the Watchman, I will navigate towards that truth. We will probably succeed. Well, here's 19 whole lantern. We will follow the Watchman's path down into the depths. A decision made. We have tallied the facts and discarded what we view as fiction. We expect the ship's wreck to have ended up right here, but we must descend into darkness to find out if we are right. So we have a location. An unassuming sea. We've done. Oh, so that was us running the numbers, as it were, to figure out. So it would have been useful to have a notion. Now we are descending, I guess. The chain rattles and we prepare our rig for the voyage below. We gather whatever could give us help or hope down in the darkness, and we descend. Well, that gives us help. And what gives us hope? Apparently the weather. Not that it matters down there, but sure. We can use no, that isn't a tool, weirdly enough. Relevant help. I'm just gonna throw in those two and I don't know, an inkling, why not? Diving equipment. Oh, that needs to go in there. But I have two. Whatever. Sure, whatever. It's dumb because we're using all of our lantern for this, so if we needed it for something, but we got plenty of time left on that. The chains rattle, blah blah blah. Down we go. A piercing path. We will almost certainly succeed. The depths may be dark and empty, but so am I. I am an empty vessel to be filled, no different from the void outside my tank. Okay. Next to the ship, as we lower down, we see it rise below us, the torn and wounded shape of the dot. Our rig reaches right beside it, and we are free to explore this quiet grave. So we've decided that it no longer has a name. The wreck of Thee. Thee was once a proud vessel, with a caring captain and an intrepid crew. Now she lies sloped and punctured, so deep that the surface is just a distant glimmer. We have some air. My breaths are numbered. When there are gone, I must go. That is a lie. We have to leave before it go. Otherwise we die. This card will affect some obstacles and events of this adventure from the board. So basically, we're going to hope to get lucky because we have a limited amount of air. The tide is being fairly kind to us. What can we accomplish here? We have found the captain's quarters. And that is navigable. I must consider only what useful items I might find and not how closely it resembles my own quarters, my own desk, my own chair. I think that bringing a lantern and some keys to open the desk drawers would be smart. And just because the diver for some reason has winter. I'll throw in some winter. I assume a diver would be good here. Behind my eyes a sun. I need not look, for the truth is in me already. I will not fail. That is some mighty self-confidence there. A glint in the gloom. I search as much with my gloved fingers as with my blinded eyes. From beneath a chewed-up, water-torn drape, I uncover something. Small, sterling, and shining still, I take my prize and leave this place. We gained a compass. Finally, we have a tool. And that used up our captain's quarters, so... yes. The lightless hold, we can explore it. I don't think exploring the wreck itself uses air, but you saw there we used one whole air to find the compass. The clam-crusted safe. I should probably read these. Back in there. The lightless hold. The tight corridors, cramped, twisted, decayed, but in that darkness, the goods the Hispaniola was carrying. If I can stop burping. The clam-crusted safe. The inches thick steel is too heavy to lift out of the water. If we want at the valuables inside, we'll have to pry it open down here in the dark. I assume either a cannoneer or a bit of knock will open that for us. The work conditions are, to be understated, not ideal here. Either approach will be difficult, but with the safe weighing a literal ton, there is no way for us to move it. We select our tools and begin. Mix the reagents into a volatile mixture and apply it with anticipating fingers. We will likely succeed. If that is forge, here's a bit more. We will almost certainly succeed, yeah. So apparently knock won't get us in. Or it, for some reason, prioritised 5 forge over 10 knock. Fortunately, it's not edge. Nope, it didn't do that. There, keep that in there. We've cracked the safe. The safe swings open and the inside, so long protected, now are exposed to the hungry sea. We gather it quick before she claims it has her prize. Debellissum Murumum. Sure. An 18th century epic poem by the pseudonymous Soleopsitus. There we go. In its original Latin, no surprise. Perhaps Morland will find this interesting. Ah, Morland. Some books must be translated before they can be read. We will talk to Miss Morland about that. The wreck, we've searched every inch. We're down to 10 air. Let's begin searching the lightless hold. Something may be down there, but carrying the salvageable goods will be arduous labour and will cost us precious few breaths if we get any out at all. Arduous labour, that sounds like a job for some strong men. And if that doesn't work, a cook. I'm thinking forge, maybe heart. We will likely succeed. Would heart help? I don't actually know. It's hard to tell sometimes. Well, the we will likely succeed changes. I think. We labour our way through the tilted hallways and wade through half-digested debris in the belly of the ship. But with salvageable goods in tow, we emerge back on deck and tie them to our rope. We have some cargo and the trappings of edge practices. Nice. Trappings. We're down to 9 air. We're going to send the same people in. I think that should be okay. If it is the heart, we will then know. Yep, we will likely succeed, so I'm guessing it's that forge. More trappings, more cargo. Trappings of the heart ceremonies. Hand drums and pine cones. A stag's heart and a boar's skin. String of pearls, pink and white. We'll just find a stag's heart down there. I think we're just going to plunder this, as this seems the last spot of salvageable from the Hispaniola. After this, we're going to have, or at some point, we're going to have to leave. For some reason, someone wants to investigate us. We are still fine where we are. Jammed in a doorway. Most boxes were rotten. Most barrels were shot. When we finally found a salvageable barrel, it got jammed in the doorway when we carried it out. We had to smash it so we could return back to the tilted deck. Hang on. Started off with 12. Captain's quartering down 11. The safe, we're down to 10. The safe had the book. And then 9, 8, 7. Okay. Counting to see how, like, that cost us some air. Wasn't sure if it was costing us 2 air or 1 air. But, yeah. It's quite engaging. Jammed in doorway again. Yeah, cost us 1 air. If there's any other way for us to get through this, I would like to know. Just in case, you know. Would lantern help? I will surpass this challenge. In my blood lie the roots of victory. We will likely succeed. I think. Triple in a row. That's a bit annoying. Maybe if I try throwing in that, like, I'm throwing every aspect into this very unscientifically. It's in the blood, and we get some trappings down to 4 air. Send them back in. I mean, probably the air would last longer if we didn't have 8 guys just hanging around. 4 guys just watching the rest of us. I assume I'm going. Jammed in doorway again. Getting bad rolls on that. I'm keeping an eye on the air. But yeah, when I was doing this first time without the focus on commentary and such, it was quite an immersive experience. Immersive. But yeah, truly, like, it felt there was this pressure of, okay, my air is limited. What am I doing here? What am I, like, prioritize things, make sure I get out with maximum amount of loot and make sure I get out. Though in the end I didn't. And with that, I'm not going to risk our final air, so I'm going to say, how do we leave? We just leave, I assume. That does seem like a broken card, but yeah. We're not at Copenhagen, but we could go there. Let's go to Copenhagen. Why, you ask? Well, we can maybe pick up more instruments and sell 6 cargo. Actually, we could have gone to Dockside Warehouse, since, you know, more loot, and we have some people looking to leave our service at some point in the near future, I imagine. But now that we've returned to the surface and we are on our way safe and sound back to Copenhagen, I think that is a good wrapping up point. This has been a 50-minute episode. Not too bad, but Maybe a bit long for some people. If it was, I apologise. I just wanted to make sure that we get the whole adventure in one episode. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Next time, find out what will happen next time in our next episode of Cultist Simulator, the Mariner mod.